Thanks, Jocelyn. So my name is Brandon. I'm the program manager for Playworks in Minnesota. Can I get a quick thumbs up if you can see me out there? If you can see me on the screen, good stuff. So I am with Playworks. We're a nonprofit. I'll tell you a little bit more about who we are in a little bit. And then I also have my program specialist, Julian, with me today. Julian can give a little wave. He's going to lead some of the activities today too. So we've got a little game on the screen for you right now already. See if you can spot the differences. Hold up on your hands how many you've found so far if you're playing along. There's 10 of them. There are 10 differences up there on the screen. So go ahead and search, or you can type in the chat too, how many you think you've found. And I love seeing, yep, some of you are chatting in who you are. It's good to see you all. We've got AJ's saying 5 so far. Okay. See if you can, we'll give you another, let's see here, 25 seconds to see how many more you can find, and then we'll get into it. There are 10 differences out there, I promise. Up to 8, 9. Almost there. Anyone else? Has anyone found out 10? AJ's got it. Good stuff. Yes. We've got a 6 out there. All right. Cool. Let me reveal all of the differences here today for you so you can see just where they are. I love starting virtual trainings and meetings with a game on the screen. I think people always join at different times and open up the meeting at different times. And so we love to have something on the screen, whether it's like a Where's Waldo or a Spot the Differences, or we've done like a Name the Sitcom Living Room in the past. That's a really fun one too. So just love to have something up on the screen so that you can join and you're already engaged in whatever is happening. You're already doing something and it doesn't have that like awkward feel of everyone's waiting and wondering what to do, especially with kids, because kids, that's like a transition time, right? For kids, jumping into the meeting is a transition as we're waiting for the meeting to start. So having something to do cuts back on kids spamming the chat or unmuting and yelling at each other. So we're going to get started with our day today. We're talking about play. We are Playworks. We're a nonprofit here in Minnesota, but we're also a national nonprofit. We've been around for about 25 years. We started out in California a long time ago. I've been with the organization for 5 years. I love working for Playworks because it's really fun and I get to play a lot. And I think hopefully today you all are hoping to play a little bit too. Our trainings are always interactive, right? So I'm not just going to stand here and talk to you and tell you what to do. We're actually going to hopefully get to try it on. And today we're talking about play because play is so important for kids, but it's also important for adults as well. So when you think about play for a child, there's so many benefits that they receive from that, whether it's, just getting that physical activity, that exercise, or maybe it's interacting with their peers, right? So those benefits are incredibly important, and there's so many more. But the problem is, kids aren't playing as much as they used to, and they weren't playing as much as they used to before COVID hit. So kids are spending hours and hours on screens, right? Their lives are incredibly structured. They're maybe not living in a neighborhood where it's safe to go out and play with their friends. So kids aren't playing as much as they used to, and they're missing out on those benefits. So that's kind of why we exist as an organization, is to hopefully increase opportunities for kids to play every day. We're gonna start with a game immediately, a game of Alien Cat Cow. So I'm gonna pause my screen share here, and I hope you can see the group. So if you can't, go up to that top right of the corner and just click gallery view, and then you can hopefully see the folks that are on camera. If you wanna play, I encourage you to turn the camera on. We're gonna play a really short, really quick game. It's called Alien Cat Cow. It's a very easy, simple game that you can play with any age. All right, let's play some alien cat cow. All right, so the goal of this game is for us to all be the same thing. So we're either going to be an alien, a cat, or a cow. I'll show you what that looks like, and there's even a sound that goes along with each one if you want to do the sound. So the alien, you're just going to hold up your alien, you know, like your antennas like this. And Julian, do you remember the sound for the alien? I always forget. It's like what does an alien sound like? I don't even know.
I think we've done things just like woo 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 woo. Little radar
That's
noise.
Yeah, that was it. That was exactly it. Okay, so it's a woo woo woo. All right. So everybody, show me your alien. Show me your best alien on 3. 1, 2, 3. Woo. You don't even have to unmute. That's all right. And then we have the cat, of course. The cat, you're going to show your claws and say meow. All right. 1, 2, 3.
Meow.
Right. And there it is. And then finally, the cow, of course, says moo. And you can hold up your udders like this and you just say moo. Okay. All right. So we've got the alien. We've got the cat meow. And we've got the cow moo. All right. And the goal is for all of us to do the same creature. Okay. So I'm going to count down 3, 2, 1, and you just choose whichever one you want. And we'll look on the gallery view and notice what everyone chose. And then we'll try and do it again. I'll count down again, and you can choose the same one or a different one. And we're trying to get everyone on the same page. Thumbs up if you think you've got it and you're ready to give it a try. All right, let's see how many tries it takes to get us all on the same page. Let's do it. 3, 2, 1. Yeah. Okay, just notice. All right, let's do it again. 3, 2, 1. Uh-oh. Okay, we're not quite there. All right, 3, 2, 1. Okay, we're close. We're so close. All right, 3, 2, 1. Yeah, I think, oh, did we do it? No, Jocelyn. Oh, Jocelyn, come on, you can do it. Okay, let's do it. 3, 2, 1. Oh, Jocelyn's trying to sway the group. All right, 3, 2, 1. Yeah. I think we finally got it. All right, because we're so successful at our goal of getting everyone on the same page. Let's do a strong clap on 3. Clap 1 time, show your muscles and say 1, 2, 3. Nice work, team. Okay. I'm gonna go back to share my slides here. Very fun. A game of alien cat cow just to get us started this morning. So today, like I said, we're going to discuss a little bit more about play, what it is, why it's important, and then we're going to get into just a bunch of different types of games. There's a few different types of games and a reason why you might play one over the other. And these are all games to play virtually, right? So if you're meeting with students virtually, even if you're meeting with adults, virtually, you can play as I'll show you today. It's super fun to play with adults, but we'll just talk through and play a bunch of different games, as many as we can in the hour that we have together today. That is our plan. And then at the end, of course, I'll share some resources for you all to continue to play and continue to bring these games back to the youth that you work with. And then hopefully I'll have actually a list of the games that we played today and additional games that you could try out that we won't get a chance to play today. So hopefully we have some fun today. Hopefully you've got a good sense of the importance of creating more opportunities for kids to play, especially now in this pandemic. And then hopefully you'll learn some new games and strategies to try out with youth in this virtual setting that we find ourselves in. So if you're meeting with them in Google Meets or Zoom or whatever that might be. So I have some group agreements for us today, some things that we want to make sure that we follow together as a group. So the first one is be safe. Be careful. We're going to be moving a little bit. So make sure you're having a good sense of the space around you. You're not going to bump into anything today. Be kind to others, respectful to others. Listen closely if anyone's sharing an answer today. Have some fun today. Play strong just means just give it a try. Just get after these games today and do your best with them. And then take care of yourself, right? If you need to get some water, use the restroom at any time, you are more than welcome to go ahead and do that. And try it on just means give every activity a try today if you can, if you really feel like it. So let's do it. I am reading this book right now called Homo Ludens, and it's by a Dutch guy, and he wrote this way back in like 1930 something. And he came up with this like beautiful definition of play and what play is, right? And I'll just give you a second to read this kind of here on the screen. So when I read this, I was like, wow, that's a great definition. I'm going to steal that. It's the first sentence, honestly, was like what spoke to me the most, right? Because play is just this opportunity for us to step outside of the real world, this very stressful real world that we find ourselves in, and step into kind of another realm, right? We don't have to be serious. We don't have to be rigid. We can just be ourselves. And we have this like completely new set of rules when we're playing too, right? Like we're not bound to anything in the real world. And actually when you play, you can't think about what's happening around you minus what's happening in that game, right? So if you've got a bunch of deadlines coming up today, by the end of the day, while we're playing here together today, you will not be thinking about them because you just can't. And that's really powerful, especially for kids and adults alike. So play, like I said, again, so important for kids. They get that chance to interact with each other, to connect with each other. And especially now in a pandemic, when we can't connect with each other, when we're staying at home, we're isolated, we're removed from the rest of the group. We just need to find any little thing that we can to connect. And I know personally, I've been trying to find games to do with my family, Zoom calls to do with my family as often as I can, just anything I can do, right, to stay connected. I have a trivia game with my family tonight, actually, and then another game we're playing Among Us tomorrow, which is like the most popular game in the history of the planet right now with the kids that we work with. So we're all looking for ways to connect, and play is a great avenue for doing that. If you haven't done a Mentimeter poll in the past, this is a really fun little tool for just getting a sense from the group how everyone's feeling, where everyone's at. So what I've done is put this Mentimeter poll together. It's going to be a word cloud for us today. So you can see at the top of the screen, it's got the website. You can go to that website on your phone if you'd like, or Julian can type in the chat the link to fill this out. And I just want you to reflect on what are the benefits of play? What do kids get from playing, from interacting with each other through play? And just type in some answers there and it'll populate a little word cloud for us on the screen that we can all check out. So go ahead and fill that out. Ooh. Okay, answers are starting to come in. I love it. Oh, there we go. Look at this. Look at all these answers coming in. Okay, and of course with the word cloud, the most popular answers are gonna show up the largest, right? So we've got fun, creativity, escape on there. Oh, I love it. Laughter is a big one, stress relief, social interaction. Good. Laughter. Exercise, release of energy. I was going to type in some answers myself, but I don't even need to. We're getting so many good answers coming in. Thank you all for sharing your thoughts there on the benefits of play. Does anyone, can I just see a show of hands, anyone intentionally infuse play in their virtual meetings with kids already? Nothing? Okay, good. That's good that you're here today. I'm gonna give you some good ones to try. So fantastic. So let's get back to it. We're gonna get into kind of just the types of games that there are out in the world, types of games that we might play with kids. And there's kind of 3 or 4 main ones that work really well in the virtual setting. So, we've got icebreaker games, of course, which are games that just give us a chance to get to know each other, build rapport with the group. We learn a little bit about our peers when we play these icebreaker games. They're really simple, really approachable, hopefully. And then there's those readiness games, which kind of come next, right? So there's kind of a progression with this. You can pull whatever games you want, right? But if you're starting with a super complicated cooperative game, the kids might not be as successful as if you start with an icebreaker game, get them warmed up a little bit to it, and then move into those more complex games, right? So those readiness games are kind of games that we think of like Simon Says or things like that, where they're listening and following a direction that you have and then doing something, right? So those work really well in the virtual setting because all they have to do is be able to hear you and see you for those. And then those cooperative games, depending on the game, these can get a little tricky to put together. Sometimes you need to do like breakout rooms, but there's quite a few very simple ones that work well in Google Meet as well. And then improv games we found are actually really fun too. So we had a former coach with us that's an improv guy, and he actually kind of just started doing virtual improv. And there's some really fun virtual improv games that you can play. And if we have time at the end today, we might play and give ourselves a try with that improv type game. So we're going to get into our first category, right, is those icebreaker games, those get to know you games. And I'm going to stop screen sharing again. I'm going back and forth with the slides, but it's good to see everyone. So our first thing we're going to do is, it's kind of an icebreaker game. It's the same concept. We're going to do a check-in question. All right. Does anyone use check-in questions with the kids that they work with? Any check-in? Yeah, good. Okay. So check-in questions are a real simple way to start the meeting. So super controversial check-in question today. You're going to have a very opinionated answer, I'm sure. Are you on team pancakes or team waffles? Team pancakes or team waffles? All right. And I want you to just type it in the chat, team pancakes or team waffles. Oh man, a lot of waffles coming in. Look at this. Okay. So we are very opinionated with this question, I can see. Okay, we've got some steadfast pancake lovers out there though. I like it. Keep them coming. Keep them coming. Swedish skinny pancakes. I do not know anything about those, but maybe I need to look that up. Jane, you'll have to send me a recipe or something. That sounds, oh yes, crepes are good. Okay, there's so many great breakfast items out there. Let's get back into it. Let's play our first game. So let's get back with that category, that theme of breakfast. I'm gonna move us on to our first icebreaker game. So the first game we're gonna play is called I Love My Neighbor. Okay, so it's called I Love My Neighbor. It's a really easy game, just learn about each other. So what's gonna happen is I will share something about myself, something that's true for me. So I'll say something like, I love my neighbor who loves pizza, right? If you also love pizza, all you have to do is just hold up a heart on your screen. If you do not love pizza, that's okay. You just hold up an X so we can see you're not a pizza person, okay? And if you're still, oh, and I see Carrie found the heart. Oh man, I didn't know about that. Does everybody see that on Carrie's camera? I love that. So you can you can even put up the heart icon if you want, if you're not on camera, or you can type it in the chat, type in a heart or an X for each one. And then after I share, I will pass it to someone else to share about themselves. All right. So let's do this. I love my neighbor who had breakfast this morning. I love my neighbor who had breakfast this morning. Okay. We got lots of breakfast people out there. I love it. Okay. And I'm going to pass to, let's see, Amy, could you share?
I love my neighbor who likes to take walks in the snow.
Ooh. I love it. And you can popcorn to anyone you'd like, Amy.
Could I pass to Jerry?
I love my neighbor who loves to see the sun this time of year.
Oh, yes. Absolutely. And Jerry, you can pass to someone.
I will pass off to Diane.
Okay. I love my neighbor who likes to listen, good conversationalist. Diana.
Nice. Okay, Diana.
I love my neighbor who thinks summer is the best season.
Ooh. Okay. Let's do one
And
more,
that's-
Diana. Pass to one more.
I'll pass to Sarah.
All right. Sarah? We got Sarah? No? That's all right. That's all right. Julian, do you want to share one real quick for our last one?
Yeah. I love my neighbor who loves to get in the kitchen and cook.
Oh, yes. Okay, we got some non-chefs out there too. All right. Very good. I love my neighbor. So simple, right? So easy. You can play it with any age. You can change up what you're learning about, right? You learn something about each other, learn something about the group. You get to see what we all have in common, which I think is important, to see, what we all have in common as often as we can. So we're gonna move on. We're moving right through our games. I'm telling you, we're gonna go lightning quick today. We're gonna do a scavenger hunt today. And scavenger hunts, I've found, are probably the most popular game in the planet right now when I meet with kids, right? So if I'm meeting with a group of kids, they love to do scavenger hunts, because they get to run around the house and find things. That's one. But then they also get to show you what they found, and they love to tell you about it, right? They love to show you what they found and tell you about what it is. And you won't be able to get them to stop talking, more than likely, depending on the child. So they're super fun. It's just super fun way to see some things that are important in their lives, right? So I have this big list of 5 items for us today. If you want to play, you can. If you don't, certainly feel free to watch. But I encourage you to give it a try, to get up and move a little bit. It's a kind of a race, right? There's no prize for the winner, no points for each one. But we're looking for a few items around the house. And when I say our magic word, you're gonna go around the house, find these items, bring them back and hold them up to the camera so we can see everything that you found. All right, so first thing, we're looking for something unique. All right, I'll let you determine what that might be. And then we need a favorite article of clothing, okay? And something orange, and then we need a piece of scrap paper, and we need a paper clip, all right? So all 5, and see if you can find them all. If you can't, that's all right. And I'll give you a little countdown as we're getting close to the end. Go around the house, grab them, hold them up to the camera once you've found them. Our magic word today is gonna be papaya. So when you hear me say papaya, you can begin our scavenger hunt. I'm gonna run around the house and play too. Give me a 2 thumbs up if you're ready to go. If you're ready to play, here we go. Papaya, go. Unique, a favorite article of clothing, something orange, a piece of scrap paper, and a paper clip. Bring them back. Hold as many of them up to the camera as you can so we can see them. It's a lot. It's a handful. Somebody found an actual orange. I love that. Yes, post it out. Go. Keep searching. If you haven't found everything yet, hold them up. Yeah, okay. Keep searching. All right, let's do a little countdown. 10, 9, 8, keep searching. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. Put everything down. Okay, now this is the best part, right? So hopefully you found everything. If you didn't, that's okay. The first thing I want you to do is hold up your unique item. And I just want to see what everyone found. I've got a little birdhouse, got a turtle shell, we've got a pine cone. Just take a look around and see what's out there. Maybe there's something you want to ask someone about, right? There's some cool stuff out there. All right, let's see your favorite article of clothing. Where is it? I found a shoe. Ah, yeah. It looks like a lot of comfy clothing is what I'm noticing. I'm noticing a trend. Very good. Very good. Let's see, here's something orange. I found this creepy stuffed animal. We've got some books, some rice. I love it. Yeah, an orange, an actual orange. Jocelyn, what is that? Is that your notes? Oh, that's an envelope. Never mind. I got it. I got it. Okay, with lots of drawings on it. All right, let's see your piece of scrap paper if you have it. Okay, okay. I'm sorry, I should stop my screen share so we could really see. Okay, and finally, did anybody find the paper clip? That one took me a little bit of time. I did find one. All right. Very good, very good. Okay, so hold on to those items, right? We're gonna actually use the piece of paper in a little bit. So hopefully it's a piece of paper you can tear into pieces. All right, we are moving right along, right? We just talked about icebreaker games. We played a couple. There's so many out there. I'm sure you have a favorite icebreaker game. Type in the chat if you have an icebreaker game that you can think of off the top of your head. Are there any good icebreaker games that I should know about out there? Type it in the chat if you've got one. Or you can unmute and just share. I love to hear new game ideas. Okay, no way, nothing out there, huh? Oh, we will share so many icebreaker games. So, oh, Two Truths and a Lie, of course. Spotlight. Okay, show and tell, sure. Yes, sharing something you're thankful for. Okay, good. Yeah, just icebreakers are just, let's get to know each other a little bit. Let's learn about each other. Would you rather? I love it. Oh, count to 10 as a group. I know that one. I think we might actually play that one. Okay, good, good, good. Two truths and a lie. All right. Yeah, there's so many out there. Just a way to get to know the group, especially if you're working with a different group of kids each time, depending on how your programming looks, right? So what I'm going to do is teach you a readiness game next. Okay, so like I said, readiness games are those games where you can kind of be the leader of the game and they follow your directions, right? So these are good ones for getting them listening, focused. They often involve a lot of movement and energy and exercise, right? And so we're gonna play this crazy silly game called Beans on Toast. All right, so it's called Beans on Toast. This is a really fun, it's kind of like a Simon Says type game, right? If you would like to get into it and try it on and play strong today, I encourage you to stand up. If you wouldn't want to stand up, that's totally fine. You can play this seated as well. If you have children at home and they need some exercise today, feel free to invite them in to play with you. This is a good one. Okay, so what's going to happen is I'm the leader. You're going to follow me. I'm going to tell you which bean you're going to be. Okay, so I'll give you a bunch of different beans and there's an action for each. All right, so beans on toast. All right. The first bean you need to know is the string bean. All right, so this is a good elementary game. The string bean looks like this. You just hold your hands straight up in the air like so. You could do it seated or standing. All right, and then the second one I want to teach you is the chili bean. The chili bean looks like this. You're really cold and shivering. You're really cold. The chili bean. Okay, so let's do those two again. We've got the string bean, yes, and we've got the chili bean. Okay, and so I'll just go nice and quick and you just turn into that bean as fast as you can. Ready? Chili bean, string bean, chili bean, string bean, string bean. Ah, gotcha. Okay, all right. So that's good. Now we get to add in beans, right? We don't want to just play with two. We got to work that memory, okay? So we're gonna also add the green bean and the red bean, okay? So when I say green means go. You can run in place or just pump your arms like you're running really fast, right? And then when I say red bean, you're gonna stop and freeze, okay? So we've got the green bean, red bean, string bean, chili bean. Very good. All right. And then let's add in one more. All right. Let's add in one more. beans on toast. Okay, so the name of the game, this is the most important one, beans on toast. When you hear me say beans on toast, your goal is going to be to get off screen as fast as you can. All right, so you can duck down. You can step to the side, you can turn off your camera, whatever you need to do to get out of sight and out of mind, all right? So let's run through them again. We've got the string bean, okay? We've got the chili bean, right? We've got the green bean. We've got the red bean, yeah? And then we've got beans on toast, and you get off screen. Yes, perfect, perfect. And then you just come right back and we keep playing along. All right, thumbs up if you've got it. All right, the goal is just to listen and follow directions as fast as you can. Let's get after it. String bean, chili bean, string bean, chili bean, green bean, red bean, green bean, red bean, beans on toast. Yeah, come on back, come on back. All right. Chili bean, string bean, chili bean, green bean, red bean, string bean, chili bean, string bean. Okay. Chili bean. Oh, yeah. String bean, green bean, beans on toast. Yes, good, 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 good. Okay, now, and I just want to say too, if you have a really competitive group of kids that you're working with, you can play it real serious, where if they are the last one off screen, right, they are taken out of the game, and you can keep playing until there's only one left in your game. The other thing you can do, of course, is invent new beans. All right, so you can all come back to your cameras and have a seat, or you could stay standing. It's up to you if you want to get your exercise in for the day. Beans on toast, right? And then you can create beans too. So when I've played with kids, they've created like the dancing bean or a spinning bean or whatever they can come up with, whatever's on their mind at that point in time. Again, it's a readiness game, right? So it gets us ready for something else. They're getting ready to listen and focus in on you because, right, they have to in order to get to know, or they have to listen and focus on you to be successful at that game, right? And then it also gets them moving, right? So readiness game should get them moving and exercising a little bit, which also in turn helps them concentrate on the next activity. And then I also, after we play something crazy like that, I need a deep breath, right? So they probably need a deep breath too. So I'll do some sort of a fun deep breath, like we'll do like a volcano breath, breathe in and out, right? Or we can do a balloon breath, or whatever you can come up with to get them, you know, let's refocus, let's come back to the learning and the task at hand, right? So just a good minute mover, right? And I've been trying to get teachers to use these games with the students they work with in e-learning, because I think kids are just, you know, lounging on the couch all day right now and they need the exercise and that movement, and it really helps them. Just like we, you know, we work with school partners and we focus mostly on recess, right? And recess being that important break in the middle of the day. Kids don't necessarily have recess right now. And so giving them opportunities to move and exercise and get that blood flow up to the brain, so important. So I'm going to pass it over to Julian, and he's going to play a game with you all using that piece of paper that we found. And this is my absolute favorite game, so I hope you love it. Go ahead, Julian.
All right. Thanks, Brandon. Yeah, so we are going to play a game called Blizzard. And this is a Playworks Minnesota original. Some of these games are, you know, games that we've picked up from elsewhere, or our national branch has put out. But this is one we came up with in our office last winter, just sitting around having team meetings, trying to think of fun things we can do. And it's a perfect game for Minnesota because it's winter and, you know, we're due for a blizzard anytime soon, right? So everyone hold up that scratch sheet of paper. Make sure it's a scratch sheet of paper too. We don't need no bills or checks or anything because we're going to rip this up, all right? To start this game, we need to make 4 strips of paper. about, like the size of a strip of gum. Okay, so something about that size. Make 4 of them. It's not super important if they're uniform. Rip those up. Once you've got them, got your 4 pieces of paper, hold those up. Awesome. Looks like we're getting most people ready here. Give it another 10 seconds here for people to rip up their paper. All right. So what we're going to do, we are going to create a little blizzard in our own rooms here. The way we play our game, I recommend standing up for this game. You could try it sitting down, but this is, a readiness game. It's going to get us moving around. So to start the game, you're going to start off with 1 of your strips of paper, and you're going to put that in your hand like this. And then just as blizzards do when they start off, it's sometimes a light snow. So you're going to throw that up in the air, and your goal is to try and catch it before it hits the ground. Okay, so it's going to look like this. I'm going to throw it up in the air. Oh, it's moving around. I was able to catch that one before it hit the ground. If you can catch that sheet of paper, you're going to move up to level 2. You're going to add 2 sheets of paper. You're going to put them in your hand. You're going to toss them up, and you're going to try and catch both of those. Okay, if you catch both of those, guess what? Moving up to level 3 and so on. Hopefully we can get to 4. All right. So we are all going to play. I recommend when you move up a level, turn off your turn your mic on and let us know what level you're on. Let's make it a little competition and see who can get to the higher levels first. All right. Here we go. On the count of 3, we're going to play. You ready? 3, 2, 1, and go.
I'm on level 2 here. Moving up to 2.
Level 2.
To level 2.
Level 2.
Level 2.
Level 2.
Oh, yes, I'm on level 3. Yeah, and if you have someone there at home with you, you can work together as a team.
Level 3.
I'm on level
Level 3.
Level 3.
Oh, nice.
Level 3.
Also, make sure you pause and look at everyone else while they're playing. This is a hilarious thing to watch. Everyone's scrambling around trying to get these things out of midair.
Level 4.
We got somebody level 4 right now.
You got it. Toss those snowflakes way up in the air for your best chance.
Level 3. Although I didn't toss mine very far, and that's I think why. Keep my hand hardly.
Jocelyn's always looking for the way around the
Level
rules,
4.
isn't she? Yes, I've learned that dogs get a little riled up when you play this game. I've learned that.
I'm at level 4.
What?
4.
Someone's on level 4.
Like I tossed it.
Oh
And
my
if you
God.
need to make some more strips, go to level 5, level 6, by all means.
There's no way. Oh. I'm still on 3. Keep going.
Keep going. Let's play for another. What do you think, Brandon? Another 30 seconds?
30 seconds, that's it. Yeah.
See if you can finish
make it
that
to
level 4.
Blizzard. One more time.
All right, last round. Throw it up.
Oh no.
Yeah, come on back to the camera. What a great game. Holy cow. All right. There we go. Okay. Show of hands if you're, sweating a little bit, if you're a little out of breath at the moment. Yeah. Yes, I know. So like Julian said at the start, that's a great game that we came up with in the office with our staff, with our coworkers, and we played it as a team, right? So If you have family, friends, anyone at home with you, playing it together is super fun, right? Because you can work together to catch all those snowflakes instead of just catching your own. And let me know if you get up to like 10, I'll be super impressed. Really fun game. All you need is that little piece of paper, right? I've been playing this game with some St. Paul schools recently. Just make sure you are very clear about what kind of paper they need to go and find. So if I'm playing this with like kindergartners, first graders, want to make sure that maybe someone at home can help them find a good piece of paper that they don't care about, that they can rip into pieces. I've had kids come back to the screen with like a piece of artwork and I'm like, no, that's not what we're going to use for this game. Let's see if we can look in the recycling bin, right? So make sure you're very clear about what kind of paper we need for that game. So Blizzard, and again, that was our second readiness game, right? And readiness games just meant to get us moving, listening, focused on the speaker, focused on the presenter. And these games too can be really fun for the kids to lead as well, right? Like Beans on Toast that we played before. After you play it a few times and the kids start to get to know how the game works, you can have them be the leader and call out those different beans. So just really fun, simple movement games that get us focused on the speaker for whatever's coming next. So hopefully you're writing all these down. I've seen some of you writing all these games down. I will also just share an email with you all with the links to how to play them and everything, so you can continue to do that afterwards. I'm going to hand it back over to Julian here in just a second. We're going to talk about cooperative games, and we've got a couple that we're going to play today. Again, cooperative games, these are the games that you wouldn't necessarily start with, right? If you're just starting to play games with kids in these virtual meetings, you wouldn't necessarily start with a cooperative game. You want to warm them up to it, right? So play a readiness game first, or play an icebreaker game first, and work up to it. These games take everyone participating, right? So that can be a challenge. So making sure that you're setting that expectation. I want everyone to give this a try so that we can be successful as a team with whatever task we have. So these are good games for building team, building connection with the group, getting everyone working towards a common goal. So Julian's going to teach us a game called Group Count.
All right. I think Diana, you mentioned that you've played a game like this. So this is a great game. Yeah, like Brendan mentioned, for building kind of togetherness, right? We're all working towards the same goal here. And our goal for this game is just to count to 10. We're just going to go say one number at a time, or try to, because we can't communicate in between who's going to say what number. We don't know what order that we're going to say these numbers in. So we're going to use our start word from earlier, papaya, to start the game. When I say papaya, anyone can unmute and say a number, right? We're going in order 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way up to 10, hopefully. In this game, we want to make sure that we celebrate mistakes. So if two people say a number at the same time, that's okay. We're all just going to make some jazz hands, and then we're going to reset back to 1, and then try and see if we can get up to 10. Okay, sounds good. 2 thumbs up if we got that. We're ready to give it a try. It's a pretty quick and simple one. All right, here we go. Start word, ready, set, papaya.
1,
2,
Oh, jazz hands, that's all right. All right, back to 1. Here we go. 1.
2,
3,
Let's try.
We can do it. We can do it.
1, 2,
3, 4,
5.
5,
Well, up to 5. Nice. We're getting there.
Okay, we can do this. Everyone take a deep breath. Okay, we got this. We got this.
1, 2,
3,
4,
5,
6,
7.
8.
9,
10.
All right, nice.
Yes.
Success.
I love it. So we got to 10, yeah? That's
Yep.
good stuff. And I noticed everyone just like instantly shoot their hands up in the air and celebrate. It's such a silly little game, right? But we had a blast with it, I think. I saw so many people laughing, smiling, just enjoy. Like we're just counting to 10. It's not anything crazy, but we're having just so much fun, right? And that's so important for right now, for where we find ourselves right now. And we've also found that this increases engagement too, right? If I'm a student or a youth that's going to your program, right, and I'm not sure if I should join the meeting this morning, if I know that we're going to play a fun game, maybe I'm more likely to join that day, right? And we found this with teachers. I had a 5th grade class in St. Paul, one of our St. Paul partners, a couple weeks ago, that I jumped into the Google Meet. And I only saw one kid with their camera on. It was the teacher, one student with the camera on, and everyone else cameras off. And we started playing a game, and I started to see cameras pop on. And then by the end, everyone was playing, and everyone had their camera on. And it was just such a cool thing to watch. So it's so important to be able to just see each other and interact with each other right now. So let's really quickly play a final game. I want to play a game of Animal Kingdom with you all. This is a very silly game. There's no movement involved, but you may need to step out of your comfort zone a little on this one. Give it a try it on, and feel free to say pass if you don't want to try it on. I'm sharing my screen here with 3 animals. All right, thumbs up if you can see our 3 animals here today. And what I'm gonna do is I'm going to send the correct answer to someone in the group, all right? And when I send you that answer, if you're the one that receives it in that private chat, you're gonna make the sound of that animal, okay? And everyone else, your goal is to just listen for the sound and try and decide what you think you heard. And then you can type in the chat the animal that you think you heard, okay? So Jocelyn, do you think you'd be up for the first round for making the first animal sound? Okay, I'm gonna send it to you. I just chatted it to you. Let me know you got it. All right, listen close for that animal sound. Yeah, definitely. I think everyone got it. Let's do a beautiful clap for Jocelyn. On 3, clap once and say beautiful as you make a rainbow with your hands. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Beautiful. I love it. So that's it, right? And then we're going to show you the answer. The answer was the sheep, right? And then we get to step it up a little bit. So I'm going to move us on to our next round, the lion, tiger, and bear round. So we've got a few different predators here. Let's see. Jane, would you want to give this a try? All right. I'm going to chat you the correct answer and do the best impression you can. All right. So Jane, check your chat and make sure you unmute so we can hear you.
That would help, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Rawr.
Ooh. Okay. Very nice. Very nice. Give us your best guess. It's a split decision here. It's looking like.
That's because I wasn't very good.
No, the point of this game is to make the animals as similar as possible so that it's impossible to decide. That was a great tiger. It was the tiger, everybody. All right. So if you're super competitive, you could be keeping track of your own score over there, or you could just play and have some fun. Nice work, Jane. That was a good tiger. Let's give Jane a Kool-Aid clap. So on 3, we're going to clap and bust through a wall and say, oh yeah. All right, 1, 2, 3. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay, let's do another round. Our dinosaur round. Are there any dinosaur impersonators out there? AJ, do you want to give this a try? No, nothing. Oh, you do. You do. Okay. I thought.
Yeah, for sure.
I wouldn't look down on you if you didn't want to try and make the sentences sound. This is a tough one. Here we go. All right, it's been chatted. Everyone listen close. Yes, I love it. What was it? Okay, we've got a split decision again. Lots of answers coming in. The correct answer was the Velociraptor. It was the Velociraptor. Nice work, AJ. We're gonna give AJ a looking good clap. So on 3, clap. This is actually a pretty complex one. So, all right. So you're gonna clap, and then you're gonna make a mirror like this, and then you're gonna say, "Looking good, looking good." All right. So let's try it out. 1, 2, 3, clap. Looking good, looking good. I love it. Okay, so I'm gonna move us right along. We had a cat round, but we're gonna skip the cat round. Are there any cat people out there? I've got a cat. She's usually right next to me when I lead these training. All right. That was a light. Oh, there's a cat right there. All right. I love it. I've always wanted an orange and white cat, so I'm jealous. Okay, we played so many different games today, right? Those last 2 were cooperative games. And I don't know if I put these in order here on the screen. I think I did. So Alien Cat Cow was our initial game that we played right off the bat. So starting the meeting with something fun. We also had like a spot the differences on the screen, if you remember from the beginning. So having something for the kids to do right away when they join the meeting just instantly cuts back on those behaviors that might pop up as we're waiting for people to join, giving them something to look at and do. It doesn't have to be a game either. I've seen teachers have like a math problem on the screen for kids to solve. And then we played some of my friends, which we actually called I Love My Neighbor, which is a game where we just get to learn a little bit about each other and get to share about ourselves, right? We did a scavenger hunt, which did 2 things, right? It got us moving and got us sharing some of our favorite things. Beans on Toast was that readiness game that we played, right? Where we're moving and listening. And then we played Animal Kingdom today. We played Blizzard. We played Group Count. We didn't get to play Everybody Go, but I'll see if I can find the directions for that one. That's an improv game. That's a really fun one. We get to just kind of be silly and make things up as we go. I want you to type in the chat how you're feeling right now in 1 word. Describe how you're feeling right now in 1 word. Type it in the chat. Ready, go. Happy, jazzed, connected, excited, interested. Keep them coming. I love it. Engaged, energized. All positives, right? All positives. And I just want to say too, you know, I appreciate you all being very engaged in the training today. Sometimes we're a little more hesitant to participate. The kids are the same way, right? Kids might not necessarily right off the bat want to make a velociraptor sound in front of everyone. Right? So that's why we talked about starting with icebreaker games, starting with those more approachable games, doing some things and offering modifications too, right? So if you think back to Beans on Toast that we played, where you could play it sitting down if you didn't want to stand up today, or the I Love My Neighbor, where even if you were off camera, if you didn't even have your camera on, you could participate by holding up that heart with the emotion that you got to put on your camera, right? So thinking about ways to modify games and make them approachable for kids is really important because they're all coming from different places and every day is going to be different for them too, right? One day they might be ready to go and ready to play and the next day maybe something happened that morning and they're not feeling quite up to it, right? So offering those modifications is important. in different ways so that it's approachable, and they'll slowly start to warm up. The thing about play is, like, as you play, you learn about each other, you get to know each other. It's an amazing tool for building rapport with students and with each other, right? I feel like I know all of you a little better just by playing some games with you today. I know who's a little competitive out there. I know who's not afraid to make a velociraptor or tiger sound, right? So I get to learn a little bit about you by just playing. So I hope you felt that today. I hope you enjoyed playing some games with us today. I will send some more resources out to Jocelyn to share with you all. Is that the best avenue, Jocelyn? And Jocelyn, when you send that out, if you CC me, then you all have my contact information. I always love to connect with other organizations and get some ideas from you. I know some of you are chatting in games that I've never heard of, so I would love to learn those too. But we'll stay connected, hopefully, and you can certainly ask questions, ask me for even more resources. We've got a work-play balance playbook on our website that I'll share with you if you want to play with your coworkers a little bit, which is a good resource and something that we certainly do at Playworks to keep that community feel to our work as we're working from home. And then I'll share our Play at Home page, and our website as well is playworks.org. And if you've never been on our website, you are seriously missing out. There are so many resources on there that are all free for you to access and use. The most important one being a 300-page playbook of games that you can download and print if you'd like. So I'll share that with you, and just highly encourage you to give Play a try with your next virtual meeting. It's such a great way to increase engagement, have some fun, and just let loose a little bit and be ourselves. So it gives kids a chance to be kids, which they need. Awesome. It was so good to see you all. Good to meet you all. That is all we have for today. Again, I'll share those resources with Jocelyn. And thank you for playing. Think about how you're going to play in your next virtual meeting coming up next week even. Get some play in there on Monday. All right. Thanks, Jocelyn.
Thank you, Brandon. I just want to do a quick thanks to Playworks, that they do have this huge resources available online that are no cost to any of you. They provided this at no cost for us today, which I appreciate. If your organization or your site does want to have more structured opportunities, they also, as a professional organization, do contract work as well. And so I just want to give that plug to them, that if you really, again, they've got tons of free stuff that you can access, but if you want them to be like a little bit more involved with your staff in building these skills, that they have opportunities to connect for those pieces as well. And so I'll include that with the stuff that goes out, because I do know for some folks are going to want that. Again, if you have the time and want to go through all of those resources, they are really valuable. And so thank you, Brandon. Thank you, Julian, for being with us today. And we're going to stay on a minute if anyone wants to touch base, but otherwise enjoy your Friday. I hope that you get to get outside